Welcome back to the series where we are working with this fun red, gray, and black dress. We have designed, drafted, trued, and finalized this dress pattern. And now it's time for the fun part, bringing it to life. Hi, I'm Christina, and I love to digitally pattern draft, creating unique pieces of wearable art. And in today's video, we're focusing on creating motion for our dress. So I will show you how to apply movement to the avatar so we can see how the fabric flows and reacts. We are going to adjust some of the simulation settings to get a realistic drape. And we're going to fine tune the animation to make sure our design moves beautifully within the world. So I am super excited to share this step with you. It's a crucial step because it allows us to visualize how our garment behaves before ever cutting out the fabric. It's a powerful tool for testing the design, the fit, the fabric choices, all in a digital space. So by the end of this video, we're going to have a fully animated dress, giving us a dynamic look at how it's going to react in the real world. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my screen that we have our our drafted dress on here in Clo 3D. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get rid of all this other stuff that I don't need anymore. I don't want it bogging down my system while we're working with it. Then I'm going to save this project as pre-animation. That way, if I ever want to come back to this exact point, I really easily have that available to me and I can have it over there. It's always that helpful bit that I find very, very helpful. The next thing I want to make sure to do is I actually want to make sure to bring all my particle distances down. So I'm going to bring them down to 7 for most of them. I'm going to hit OK there. And then I'll probably keep it at 7. The other thing I want to take off is show internal lines. I want to be able to see it without those internal lines, and we're going to go ahead and let it simulate really fast. There we go. Now we are still technically working with the Clo 3D basic fabric, which, let me stop simulating so my computer doesn't get too angry at me. It's not the best to simulate with. So before we go too far, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my library and we're going to pick some fabric. Now, this is definitely, I think said this was going to be some sort of knit dress. Here's a knit jersey. It's a lace. We'll just go with a knit jersey. So I'm just going to drag that over. And yeah, so I'm going to drag that over and then I'm going to actually copy it twice. And then we're going to go jersey red. Oh, it helps if you spell it. There we go. Then we're going to go, maybe there we go. Jersey black. Jersey gray. Then I'm going to select all the pieces that are going to go gray, and we're going to assign them to that. And before I get too deep on that, I'm actually going to desaturate and choose my gray. That's not what I want to do. I want to go into the color. We're going to go with the light gray, apply and close, black. We're going to desaturate it and then go to black. And then red. So you can actually, I am going to use my eyedropper for this one to get the red that we have. If I wanted to, I can hit apply and then I could move to a different fabric. You don't have to close it each time like I was just doing. So something to think about when you're working. You don't have to close in between each one. So I'm going to highlight all my black pieces now and assign them to the jersey black. And then I'm going to highlight all my red pieces. Okay, yeah, you're just kind of hidden in there. And assign them to the red. We're going to go ahead and re-simulate to see it move. It is definitely a little bit more see-through than I was expecting it to be. I probably should have checked that before I fully went for that fabric. Let's take another look. I used 3. Thickness 0.5. See, that one's definitely a little see-through. Not always. Well, maybe we'll move over to our double knit dobby mesh. We'll give that one a try. This time, before I do everything, I am going to assign and see if I like it. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Cool. So now I'm going to do jersey red is gone. And we're going to copy that one twice. Jersey gray. Jersey red. And jersey black. Now I have to remember what pieces were what. I'm pretty sure those ones were the red pieces, so we're going to assign them there. Going to change that to a red. And then we're going to, oops, got to actually hit apply. And then we're going to change the other one to a black, apply and close. And this time we're going to grab all the black pieces, assign, and there we go. Much better. Cool. So now that we have the fabric in a jersey that I actually like a lot better, we're going to start our animation. So I'm going to stop simulating and I'm going to come up to the bar here and go to the animation emulator. It used to be up over here in this drop down menu. It has changed. So if you're looking for the animation, it's under a new drop down menu. So we have our animation here. And because I'm not going to need my patterns all that much or anything, I'm actually going to move just into the 3D window, I think, to work with this right now. Then we're going to bring up our window, go back to our avatar, and we're going to pick a motion. So I'm going to go to a motion, and within Clo 3D, you can only use one motion at a time. So you cannot combine them or anything, but you can use Blender to actually combine some motions and do some fun stuff. We'll be doing that later with something else, I'm sure. But today we're just going to be putting in a motion. So we can have the dress walk in place. You can walk with her hands on her hips, walk with one hand on the hip, or just do a straight walk. There's a lot of really fun ones here. I'm going to go ahead and we'll do a walking in place. Walking in, I'm not sure I've done that one, but we're going to do a walking in place. we're going to do, it's going to ask if it can move the avatar to the starting position. So we have the transition here, if we can take a look. So we have the transition, and then she's just going to walk. But right now, we don't have our dress actually ready to walk because you at first have to simulate it. And this is going to take a little bit of time, so I am going to let it fast forward and do it so that we're just not sitting here watching the timer click down for a long time. But all we have to do to get it started is, well, before, you want to make sure, so this little bar right here, you want to make sure that it's pulled to the very end of this. If it's not, it's going to stop wherever that bar was. So that bar was here, so she probably would have taken like a step and a half. Not what you want for sure. So then I'm going to pull it all the way to the end so that it simulates all the way to the end. Now, if you're using one of the longer animations and you can't quite see the entire animation, that's where you need to change this 300. So instead of it being 300, you can put it up to 2000. And then you can move this bar and see a lot more frames. And you can, again, zoom in and out using this frame or this slide bar down here. Super handy, super helpful. So let's get going. So now I want to actually let it simulate and work. We're gonna hopefully hope this helps. So we're just gonna hit our record and it's gonna go. Oh my goodness, it's going so much faster today. I can't believe it's going this fast. Some days my computer will just want to think about it and think about it and think about it. So it went really fast. No need to fast forward at all. So we're going to hit play and we're going to see her walk, and we can actually move and see her walk from any position around. Then right now that simulation quality is in normal. So I actually want to do accurate fabric. So I am going to delete that layer. Whoops. Well, I deleted too soon. Let's see if we can get her back to the top. I'm going to just pull that up. Actually, we're going to reset the 3D arrangement. Oh, okay. No, we are not. Because we're going to reset you as a 3D arrangement. Get you up here. I'm going to reset you. Pull you up over here and get the back. There we go. Get that sitting properly on her. Probably needs a little bit more of a fit right there in the center front. But we're not going to do that today. So that's simulated. So now I'm going to delete that layer and we're going to re-let her walk. And this time we're going to make sure it's fabric accurate. This one might take a little bit longer. I forgot that I hadn't changed that the first time. So that's one thing that I do want to talk about is there's a couple different ones that you can choose from down here. You have the normal, the default, the animation, and the fabric stable. So it kind of depends on what you're looking to get out of it. And there's also that custom. I have not used the custom too much yet, so I normally just go with one of them. But it depends on how you want the fabric to look, how you want to lay. So I want it to be very accurate for the fabric to see how it could potentially swish with this type of fabric. So we're going to go ahead and give this another try and let her slowly simulate, which is actually very fast. You can see right down here, you actually get a countdown timer. So this one is going to be going pretty quickly. Only 5 seconds left. And it does look a bit different from the first time we simulated. So I like that. One thing that I also love to do when I'm working within this program is I love to be able to work with the camera. So we're going to do a little camera rotation so we could do a fun export record. So I'm going to start by using this little camera keyframe marker right here. So I'm just going to click it and it's going to add a new line and it's going to be the camera. Now, if I want to do a rotation, what I have to do is actually have to bring up the camera viewfinder. That way I can see where my camera is. Let me zoom out. And you can see where it is in space and how it's viewing my girl. Then, if I were to have her walk, all the way to the end. And let's say I want to do a 180 turn. I am going to add a keyframe and I'm going to do that by coming over here into my properties and we are going to we're going to do the, Y, and I'm going to do 360 and it's going to end back up and I'm going to hit mark and then I can test it and we can see it is moving all the way around just like so. Then we can just go ahead and hit play and we can see, check it out. You can see all angles of her as she is walking down the catwalk. So I am now going to export this cute little, this fun little simulation. So right now it's going, I went to File, Video Capture, down to Animation. Then what we're going to do is under Animation, a little pop-up comes up down here. It's kind of hidden if you don't know where to look for it. And I'm going to put it into Portrait and just hit go. And it's going to do the thinking for me. There we go. See her walk. See that fabric move. I wish we had like a really fun turn so we could see the turning of the skirt. And then once it's done, I'm going to hit stop, save, and we're going to find a place where we can actually save this. Okay, so she is now saved. But what if I wanted to do something else with the camera? So this time I'm going to go ahead and delete the camera. And we're going to see why my computer's frozen. Is it still because I'm in camera view? There we go. I don't know why I was stuck, but I think it thought I was still wanting to record. So one thing I'm going to do now is we're going to change it up so that we're going to be focused in on the garment and we're going to hit that. And then she's going to pop out and we're going to pop out but keep level. So then I'm going to add another keyframe. then she's going to okay, yeah. I don't know why it popped in. Then I'm going to have her walk just a little bit to maybe about there. And I'm going to pop up and to the right. And then I'm going to have her walk a bit more. And this time I'm going to go up. And then have her finish there. Up, around, and down, zoom back. Let's see what that looks like. That's just kind of a random. I always loved kind of playing with it because you never know quite what you're going to get. Up and around, down and back. It's a little busy, but I also don't hate it. So we're going to go ahead and video capture that as well. I'm also going to do it in portrait. I'm going to hit record. It's going to go through the motions probably a little bit slower because it's getting each frame by frame. Up and around, zoom out. Stop, save. Now what's also fun that you could do is you could do a continuation. So if you want her to keep walking, we can put her on a repeat. And we're going to have the start frame be 30. There we go. But I am going to take the camera off. Because if I don't, we're going to have a weird jump. Then we can hit play. And we can walk around and see her keep walking. And she will just keep going until you tell her to stop. So if you want to actually get a little bit longer of an animation, there is going to be a little bit of a jump. Like if you watch straight from like right here, there is that little bit of a jump from when she's walking to when it starts over. And it's because the fabric of the dress is not in the same orientation as it was when she first started. So that's kind of why that happens there. But it's a fun way to see. It's a fun way to work with the animation. And there's a lot of really fun things that you can definitely do within this animation. Before we finalize everything, we can also do a click or a shift A. And let's go ahead and play this again. And now we have this dress. We're walking with no human in it, which I think is a really fun thing to actually watch. It's very entertaining for me, so it makes me very happy to see. So I'm going to do one more. We're going to pause this. And we're going to do one more video capture in portrait with just the dress. And we're going to go ahead and let it go. So it's like, I'm walking. I love seeing stuff happen like that. It just makes me happy. And it's going in a loop. So I'm going to stop it there. We're going to save. And there it is. We have successfully added motion to our avatar and to our dress, bringing our design to life in a whole other way. You can see how the fabric moves and how it reacts within that digital space. And it's such a great thing to be able to refine it and test it and just see how it's going to react. So in the next video, we're definitely going to keep making it a little bit better and better. We're going to go into the rendering our image to give it a little bit of a background and a little bit of a polished final look to get some really nice pictures of it. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this series. That way you can see more stuff like this. And I'd love to know, what would you like me to pattern in my next mini series? I would love to have your opinion on what you want to see patterned, whether it's an outfit for a man, for a kid, maybe a little romper. I don't know. We'll have to see. But thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in some of my other videos. Happy patterning!